Hello, my dear friends, welcome back to my channel. Today, the topic is 6 common houseplant care mistakes you are probably making and how to avoid them. These houseplants care mistakes are the fastest way to kill your plants, according to experts. Houseplants claim your soul, lift your mood, and bring color and life to your room and home. That is until you make a few common houseplant care mistakes and struggle to keep them alive. Watching your favorite fern turn brown, your snake plant leaves fall over, or your rubber plant drop its leaves is enough to make you give up or buy artificial plants. The number one mistake is overwatering. The top mistake houseplant owners make is going overboard with watering. According to the experts, most people overwater because watering a plant is a way to give it attention. And people give their plants too much love. And also experts says we mean well watering our plants every time we walk by them. But the truth is most important that houseplants need less water than we realize. How to resolve this problem? To avoid killing your plants with too much love, water check your plant moisture level before you grab your watering can. The easiest way to do this is to stick your finger in the soil. If the top inch feels dry, water the plant. To determine how much natural light a room gets, pay attention to what direction your window faces. South facing windows get direct sunlight for almost the entire day, which may be too much brightness for a shade love like a heartleaf philodendron but is ideal for an aloe plants. North facing windows generally wouldn't get any direct light, while western facing windows will get steady indirect light all day. The third mistake is too much fertilizer. Much like water, many people have the best intentions when giving their plants too much fertilizer, but many fertilizers are salts which can burn the plant's roots. I think we are so obsessed with growth and productivity that if our plant is not pushing out a new leaf, we think something wrong with it. We are especially bad about overfeeding houseplants in the winter when they are growing more slowly or may even be dormant depending on the species. A lot of plants want to rest so they can shoot out when with the new leaves in the spring and summer. Now, what is the solution? Less is more when it comes to fertilizing houseplants. Most houseplants are tropical and grow more slowly indoor than they would in their natural environment. That means they don't need as many nutrients to fuel their slower growth in your house as they would need out in the wild. Plants in low light environments especially need very little fertilizer because they grow so slowly. For house plants that get more light, feed them monthly during their growing season, which is early spring to late summer for most type of indoor plants. The next mistake is letting a plant get root bound. There is a myth out there with a lot of plants they like to be rebound. We are looking at peace lily. The truth is that while these plants will tolerate being root bound, they don't prefer it. That is because root bound plant is basically a starving plant. Very little soil space means very little nutrients or access to water. Now, what is the solution? So, my dear friends, what is the solution of this problem? Your plant will be much happier, it will grow faster, and it will grow better if you report when it becomes root bound. How do you know when a plant needs to be reported in a large container? If you slip the plant out of its pot and you see 75% roots, 25% soil, you are at the tipping point and you need to report. The number fifth mistake is incorrect potting mix. The wrong potting mix can cause your plant to struggle. There are lots of different type of potting media and you have to choose the right one of your plant. Plants often come from a nursery in a potting mix that was great for a commercial greenhouses but is not great for home. The problem is that home environment is a world apart from a tropical plant's native home. And chinky mix have a lot of air space, which means a plant's roots are going to dry out a lot faster. You will need to water a plant a lot more if it is in a chunky mix. Now, what is the solution? If you tend to be an overwater, then a chunky mix might be perfect for you, but otherwise recommends using general purpose potting mix. As long as you water, probably you will be fine. And if you are growing a type of indoor plants that needs a more specialized media such as orchard and succulents, use a mix that is designed for these plants. Whatever plant you are growing, recommended you consider reporting it when you buy it rather than keeping it in the mix it came in. The last mistake is not knowing your plant personality. There is a psychological component to house plant success. Know themselves. A lot of people don't think about their own temperament when they are choosing a plant. Now, what is the solution? Before you bring a plant home, be honest about how much attention you want to give your plant. For example, if you don't have the time or patience for a house plant that is a diva, don't buy it. And plants are supposed to make you happy, not stress you out. And also pick plants with care needs and fit your personality and your schedule, and you will give more successful with them. One of the best tips I can offer plant parents is to do a tiny bit research every time they purchase a new green buddy. Knowing the type of climate your house plant originally came from, the essential to take proper care of it, how often to water depends on each individual plant's preference. And for example, cacti and succulents plants love dry soil because each plant needs different frequency of watering, type of soil, amount of light, temperature, and fairly simple for most plants. If it is too cold for a human to be comfortable, it is probably too cold for an indoor plants to grow. Just keep in mind that some plants love humidity and might thrive in a bathroom, while others prefer to be dry and sit beside bright window or soak up a sunshine. Being a plant parent can be very satisfying, but remember it's okay to make mistakes. That is the best way to learn. If you would like to be the best plant parent possible, so take advantage from my this video and please share your friends and family who loves the plants. So take care, be happy.